NUMAC women's basketball matchup between the visiting Springfield College Pride and your Emerson Lions. Emerson College, the NUMAC, and the NCAA promote good sportsmanship by student athletes, coaches, and spectators. We request your cooperation by supporting the participants and officials in a positive manner. Profanity, racial, or sexist comments, or other intimidating actions directed at officials, student athletes, coaches, or team representatives will not be tolerated and are grounds for removal from the site of competition. Also, consumption or possession of alcoholic beverages and tobacco products is prohibited. We ask that you please rise for the playing of our national anthem. Massachusetts, number 32 is Sam Boyle.
Welcome to Boston, Massachusetts for a Saturday NUMAC clash between the visiting Springfield Pride and the host Emerson Lions here at the Bobby Brown and Stephen Plofker Gymnasium. I'm Avi Kargloth. Alongside me is Nick Gemma. Nick, how you doing today, my man?
It is a fantastic day. We've got a women's basketball matchup followed by the men's basketball team. It's going to be a great day of basketball here at the Bobby Brown and Stephen Plofker Gym.
A great doubleheader here on February 1st. Happy February, everybody. We've got a big time matchup between these two squads, Springfield and Emerson. Springfield comes into this game 13-6. They are 4-0, undefeated in NUMAC play. Meanwhile, the Emerson Lions 11-7. They are 2-2 in conference play. Emerson coming off an 80-56 loss to Babson here at home on Wednesday. Springfield, meanwhile, also played on Wednesday at home. They beat Clark 85-60. Nick, these two teams coming in with different results. What will it take for each of these teams to come away with a win today?
Emerson looking to get it back on track, and it's going to be in the hands of the senior leaders, Kate Foltz and Quinn Madden today. Natalie Clydesdale and Rachel Davey unavailable, two starters there, and Kaylee Yan still sidelined with a knee injury. So it'll be an expanded bench, and some players who don't get a ton of playing time will be in it. Katie Beckman starting today, her first start as an Emerson Lion. Whereas on the Pride side, it's getting the ball into the hands of Alex Goslin. She's second in the conference in scoring. She's the returning Defensive Player of the Year. And you can't mess with success, and you just got to go right back to Goslin and come right at this Emerson team.
Quickly now to the starting lineups. First for the visiting Springfield Pride. Number 22 is Lauren Rudolph. Number 31 is Stephanie Lyons. Number 32 is Sam Horion. Number 33 is Alex Goslin. And number 44, Taylor Hall. For Emerson, just like Nick mentioned, Katie Beckman wearing number 4, making her first start with Emerson. Number 13, Quinn Madden starting. The senior, number 14, Kate Foltz. Number 24, Sam Boyle. And Ashley Toner wearing number 25. And we are just about set to get underway. Tip-off is won by the Pride, and we are underway from the Brown and Plofker Gymnasium. Glad you're aboard with us here on Emerson Channel Sports. Lions with a screen up top. Hall with a quick pass. That jumper is good. That is Sam Horion with the first points of the game. And Toner gives to Sam Boyle. These two teams split the season series last year. The last time these teams matched up, February 6th of 2019, Emerson beat Springfield here in triple overtime as a turnover there by the Lions. Down the other way, the ball is lost. Who's got it? And a jump ball is called. A lot of movement in the early possessions, Nick.
Springfield trying to come right at this depleted Lion roster, and especially with that bench, a lot of players going to get a lot of minutes and not have as many breaks as they may be used to. So coming out and running and getting a pretty easy first basket are the Pride.
Well, speaking of a lot of minutes, the last time these two teams played, it was an 89-84 triple overtime game as Kate Foltz misses that three. Foltz had 20 points in that game. And Charlie Boyle, older sister of Sam Boyle, with a career-high 36 points in that game. And another jumper on the baseline good, that's Alex Goslin.
Emerson started in this zone, forcing the Pride to make these jumpers, but they're going to have to expand that if they can prove that they can hit them successfully.
Madden is open. That's pure. They need Quinn Madden to hit those shots, Nick.
Absolutely. Quinn, a great player, coming off a pretty solid season. And she'll look to keep that rolling today.
Ball fake by Rudolph. Ball is tipped, controlled by Beckman. And here's Toner, a nice behind the back move. Beckman drives on Hall, puts up a shot, and it won't count. She traveled. Not the biggest fan of that call there, Nick.
No, it looked a little bit light on the travel, maybe shuffled her feet a little bit, but nothing you normally see called, and Beckman having a tough go of it early on.
Alex Goslin delivers. Horion up top. Goslin feeds. Rudolph, ball is tipped. Ends up in the hands of Rudolph for three, no good. And Katie Beckman touched that ball. If she had let that go, it would have been Emerson ball, but she did get a hand on it.
Unlucky for Beckman there. Little bit out of her element, seems a little bit hesitant early on. She'll have to get in the flow of it if Emerson want to stay in this one.
And they have Beckman guarding Goslin. A forward against a guard. As Goslin flips it up, blocked by Beckman. 7 seconds to shoot. Goslin has to give it up. A three on the way is no good from Lions. Rebounded by Horion. And a new possession for the Pride.
The rebounding from Emerson has been horrible early on. A lot of offensive rebounds and a lot of extra possessions for a Springfield team that's going to take advantage of them.
Two more offensive rebounds there by Horion before Emerson finally ends the possession. And Toner backs it up after pushing. Boyle missed Madden, now takes herself. The bank shot, no good. Rebound, Boyle tipped it. Bodies on the ground and a jump ball. That's two early jump balls in the opening minutes.
A lot of scrappy energy from this Emerson team. They know they're depleted, and they're fighting together. As we're going to take another look at that Beckman block, put the freshman up on the talented Alex Goslin, and she can make do with it. As Boyle's scrapping on the ground.
Alex Goslin, Nick, she is the heart and soul of this Springfield team. Won the NUMAC Defensive Player of the Year award last year, and she's second in the NUMAC in points per game. Interesting that they have Beckman guarding her in the beginning. And another corner three is good. That time Stephanie Lyons didn't miss.
Despite being 4-0, Springfield not the best shooting team, averaging just 26.5% on three-pointers, but they'll get that to go early on and they'll find themselves in a 7-2 lead.
Madden out to Beckman. Boyle to Foltz. Foltz spins, almost traveled, finds Boyle, not able to finish. A good possession, although a miss. A lot of perimeter ball movement by the Pride. Horion goes to her left, rejected by Boyle. Foltz finds Toner. Toner with a nice hesitation move. The flip shot is no good.
I know they only have 2 points on the board so far, but they've got to stick to what they're doing. They're finding good looks, despite the fact that they're not falling for them just yet.
Goslin flips it up and in. Alex Goslin with her second bucket of the game. She's got 4 early points. And the Pride lead 9-2. Madden, Fultz, catch and shoot 3. Yes, the bottom! Kate Fultz with her first bucket of the game. That's the second best shooter in the conference, Nick.
And she's going to need to stick to that today. She's going to have to up her game just a little bit and hit a lot of those shots if Emerson want to come out on top.
Goslin, good bounce pass to Hall. A beautiful assist. The pocket pass was perfectly placed.
It was pinpoint, and that's why Goslin gets all the reputation she gets, and that's why Emerson are going to have to watch out and try and stop her today.
They're looking to post up Fultz. Ball is stolen. And Goslin with a forwarding pass. Orion zips one inside. Hall was doubled and missed. Good post defense by Emerson.
Yeah, Sam Boyle has come into her own defensively this season, been great in the post, and simultaneously leading this team in points per game.
Fultz, her floater is short. And Goslin isn't slowing down for anybody. A pocket pass results in a foul. Stephanie Lyons will go to the free throw line.
And they're going to put that one on Katie Beckman. Made a move around Madden. Beckman trying to put her hand in the cookie jar. Got a little too much. And we're going to see some early subs here as Polino and Gibbons check in.
Emily Jakes also comes in for the first time for the Pride, replacing Sam Horion. Stephanie Lyons at the free throw line, good on the first. She comes into this game a 71.4% shooter at the line. And both go down. Also coming in the game for the first time is Grace DeZindelit, replacing Lyons. And here's Madden, picked up her dribble. Fultz thought about a 3, spins, flip shot is good, but they called a travel. I don't know about that call either. She was able to get a defender to fake on that.
And Fultz arguing, takes a step there, tries to pivot on that left foot, but it looked like she's picked up the ball, took a step and pivoted on the wrong foot.
8-point lead for Springfield. Goslin to Hall. A dribble drive, passed out. Goslin trying to step back on Polino. 8 seconds to shoot, and another traveling violation called. That's 3 early travelings called by this officiating crew.
A little bit of shifting in the feet, but a little bit light on these traveling calls as well. We'll see if the game opens up or if they're going to make them be pinpoint and perfect with their toes today.
Madden takes a seat. Toner, Gibbons, Boyle, Polino, and Fultz, the lineup for Emerson. And nearly stolen by DeZindelit, and then a turnover forced by the Pride defense.
And there you see a bit of that inexperience. Kate Fultz and Chelsea Gibbons, not enough game time so far to really be on that solid connection. And head coach Bill Gould got a bit of a mountain to climb here with the Emerson Lions down by 8.
Lauren Rudolph is subbed out by the Pride, replaced by Amanda Carr. Not a relative of mine, Nick. The 3 on the left wing is up and in. Emily Jakes to Grace DeZindelit, and a steal by DeZindelit to Goslin. A left-hand layup is in. Springfield up and down the court. They are taking this game over.
And they are not letting off that gas pedal. Too many looks for this team. They've got 14 shots, which is double what Emerson has. And it is going to be a tough mountain to climb as we take another look at that sequence. In the lane, an easy pick there for DeZindelit. She'll take it down the court, find Goslin, and Polino, really nothing you can do about that in the finish. extraordinary as well.
Emerson with 7 turnovers already. 7 turnovers, and we're not even 8 minutes into this game. That's, forgive my math, I go to Emerson, but that's almost a turnover a minute.
Yeah, and they've got to pick it up. I think it starts with Ashley Toner. She's had a solid game so far. Not a lot of turnovers for Toner, but she hasn't had the ball the whole time, and a lot of miscommunication with the younger players has led to some poor passes.
And Bill Gould will sub Quinn Madden right back into the game. Springfield looks like they're switching to a zone. Madden, she's got to move. Finds Polino. She goes baseline, and a foul before the shot.
I like to see that from Polino and from Gibbons and Allen and Beckman as well in this game. They're going to get more time than they're used to, and they're going to have to take advantage of it if they want to prove to Gould that they could be a part of this team moving forward this season and in the future.
Amanda Carr, her first. Sam Boyle in the lane, and they wave off the basket. Boyle thought she was in the restricted area.
Gould arguing as well, saying it was in the circle.
And the referees will have a conference call by the free throw line. Head coach Bill Gould ready to act beside himself.
That right foot, it looks like the back of the right foot when the contact is made is in the restricted area.
The call will stand. An offensive foul on Sam Boyle. The basket will not count. So back come the Pride. Emily Jakes on the perimeter. DeZindelet and a foul. That's Chelsea Gibbons trying to get a steal. The whistle's not going Emerson's way. Nothing is going Emerson's way in the early minutes.
Yeah, it's really been tough, especially when you're down to the bare bones of your roster and you're not getting the calls that you really need and really a couple of them deserve. It's going to be tough to come back, and it's going to be tough to keep your momentum in this one.
Goslin gets around Polino. Her shot's long. Gibbons tried to get the rebound, and she was fouled. That call is on Goslin. That's her first. And a pair of substitutions made. Number 15, Rachel Vinton, replaces Goslin for Springfield as Polino takes a seat while Beckman is back in the game. Or excuse me, they tried to get Beckman back in the game, but they already had 5 players on the court. And a foul, blocking foul, called on Emily Jakes.
You can see Madden trying to cut around it, and the blocking foul called as Jakes forced herself into the way.
They're going to call that on Hall, as Hall will take a seat, and Samantha Horion comes in to replace her. Beckman now is subbed into the game, replacing Boyle. Madden gets the friendly roll. Quinn Madden averaging 10.2 points per game, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, can do it all. Comes into this game shooting 63.6% from the charity stripe, and she's able to make both.
This may be Emerson's biggest opportunity to come back with Goslin on the bench. Try and find some points and try and close this gap.
Jakes on the outside. Beckman trying to get a steal. On the outside to Zindelet. Jakes inside to Carr. 8 seconds to shoot. She posts a beautiful move by Amanda Carr.
And that's tough to defend, whether you're Katie Beckman starting her first game or you're Quinn Madden in one of her final.
Fultz, Toner, Gibbons, Madden, ball fake, blocked! A great rejection by Sam Horion. Down the court, that shot is missed. A 3 on the way is up and in. Sam Horion from deep, and Springfield is not stopping.
Head coach Graves still calling for hands up, preaching the fundamentals as Beckman works her way in.
Beckman, that shot not able to drop. Rebounded by DeZindelet. Vinton now looking for a cutter. Horion Jakes, back to Horion, back to Jakes. And that pass zipped right by to Horion, and she banks in another shot. 8 seconds to play in this opening quarter. Toner fakes, doesn't have anywhere to go. Beckman, Madden, she didn't get it off in time. And a dominating first quarter concludes. Springfield up by 18.
Emerson only able to manage 9 shots in the whole quarter, less than a shot per minute, and shooting just 22% on those opportunities. And that's going to put them in a very bad spot as we move forward in this game.
Springfield has been taking their defense and turning it into their offense, Nick.
See Quinn Madden here, worked her way around 2, but that help defense, a great block from Horahan, and she responds on the other end, hitting a big 3 and sticking the dagger into the throat of this Lion team.
Sam Horion was a problem in that first half for Emerson. 7 points, 3 rebounds with an assist. She was 3 of 5 from the floor and made her only 3. Nick, what did you see from Emerson that can be switched and improved upon for them to get back in this game in the second quarter?
It's communication, and it's been some great help defense from the Pride, but you have to react to that. Know that there is an open player on the court when someone switches onto you and you've got 2 on you at one time. I'd like to see some more drive and dishes. I'd like to see the ball in the hands of Kate Fultz. She's created some good opportunities, and it's going to have to be through Madden and Fultz if they really want to get back into this one.
Emerson last year 17-9, 11-5 in the NEWMAC. They were 12-2 here at home, and they lost in the NEWMAC quarterfinals to MIT. Meanwhile, Springfield last year in the NEWMAC tournament, they beat Clark and Smith, and they lost also to MIT in the NEWMAC championship game.
Madden unable to get the jumper to go. You see some fight on the baseline. Chelsea Gibbons getting in there and earning Emerson another possession.
Gibbons was trying to find Toner in the corner. Deflected once again by Springfield. And Chelsea Gibbons will be subbed out for Sam Boyle early here in the second. Madden looking to attack. Backs up. Toner trying to find Madden, and it's stolen into the hands of Amanda Carr.
They've got to go to the bounce pass. This Pride team is keeping their hands up, and they're deflecting a lot of passes, as we see a couple extra steps taken there by Grace DeZindelet. But those hands up, that great fundamental defense coached by Naomi Graves in her 29th season is going to force Emerson to do more bounce passes if they want to get into the lane.
Madden to the right side, into Boyle, pivots, gets bumped, finds Fultz in the corner. 13 seconds on the shot clock. Madden drives, slips up a shot, clangs off, rebounded by Boyle, no good. Into the hands of Madden. Back to Boyle, and the shot clock resets. Beckman with a great cut, she missed it. Puts it back up, missed it again, and a foul. The effort by this Emerson Lions, that's not in question.
Absolutely, and unlucky on a lot of it. That's a shot you would expect Beckman to knock down 9 times out of 10, and a lot of those shots, great looks, great opportunities, and you have to think as we move forward in this game, those will start to fall.
And Madden saved the ball, and it ends up in the hands of Grace DeZindelet. Would have been better just letting that ball go out of bounds.
Yeah, and she needs a little bit of help. That Toner pass, Aaron flying towards that sideline. She's going to huck up a 3 here.
Rebound to DeZindelet. Down the court to Lions. A 3 from Horion. Front rim. And here goes Madden once again. Fultz. Ball fake. Shot is rejected. Sam Horion is making things happen. And Madden will be subbed out for Gibbons.
Another big block for the Pride. keeping their momentum going and keeping their foot on the throat of this Lion team.
Boyle, Gibbons, Fultz. Her pass is stolen.
They can't go over the top of these defenders. You got to go around them. You got to go through them.
A high screen from Horion. Rudolph to Carr, back to Rudolph. Horion, Carr working on Beckman and Boyle. That shot, I believe Boyle got a hand on that.
Boyle has played very well defensively so far. She's gotten herself some good looks, but so far no points, but 4 rebounds. And for a team that has had trouble rebounding all season, it's been great to see from number 24.
Taylor Hall replaces Amanda Carr for Springfield. Horion with 4 seconds to shoot. 2 seconds. She flips it up with the left hand. No good. Hall puts it right back in.
And Beckman is down. It looks like it's that left ankle. She's holding it out. She'll come up. Very, very still on it. We'll see if she stays in this one.
A lot of bodies down low as Beckman will be switched out as Fultz comes back in the game. Carla Polino also just checked back in the game, and hope Katie's feeling better soon and she's able to come back in. And once we have an update, we will get it to you as soon as we can. Meanwhile, Boyle, that shot is wide, rebounded by Hall. Rudolph down the court. Horion, straightaway 3, the bottom. Sam Horion is officially a problem.
She has spread the floor so well, made so many problems for this Emerson team. And they're still trying to work to get on the board and score as many points as she has, outscoring the entire Emerson team with 10 points herself.
And Boyle called for traveling. You see here on the Katie Beckman play, gets a little tangled up with Boyle and Horion. And a timeout is called. 6:43 to go in the second quarter. Springfield leads 32-7. They have scored 7 points here in the second quarter. Emerson has still yet to score here in quarter number 2.
And it's going to be tough to win when you're shooting just 12%. And it's really been the story. Not a lot of shots, not a lot of opportunities on offense with the 12 turnovers, but shooting just 12% and unable to get some very good looks to go down.
Emerson is led right now by Quinn Madden, who's got 4 points, but she's just 1 of 5 and missed on her only 3. Emerson has turned the ball over 12 times compared to just 3 from Springfield. Emerson from the floor is just 2 of 17. They're shooting 11.8% from the field. Springfield 52.4% from the field. The numbers tell the story of this game. There are no misleading numbers so far, Nick.
Yeah, and when you have more turnovers than points, it's going to be really hard to win games. So they'll look to get that ball handling under control. They'll look to figure out their passing and try and claw away at this one.
And Taylor Hall controls. Horion, another 3. Sam Horion.
She's got the hot hand, and they're going to feed her.
The freshman from Bridgewater, Mass. Boyle, Fultz, a deep 3, no. Rebounded by Rudolph. Goslin is back in the game. Horion, a shot on the left side, a 3, no good by Lions. That would have been a huge 3.
Fultz will take it the other way, though.
Fultz, no good. Horion swallows up the rebound. Good box out on Boyle. Goslin shadowed by Polino. Lions lost the ball out of bounds. A turnover for the Pride. As she was looking at the basket before she actually had the ball. And Sam Horion will get a nice ovation from the Springfield faithful who traveled here today, as Emily Jakes replaces her.
Springfield fans far outnumbering the Emerson faithful in their own building, making it feel like a home game here for the Pride.
Madden with the left hand, no good. Another miss by Emerson as Goslin looking for a cutter. Now pulls back. Ball fake from Rudolph. Jakes, Polino on her. And a miscommunication between Jakes and Goslin. A good defensive possession, though, by Emerson.
Emerson forcing the Pride to move around, but the player movement and the off-ball movement, both offensively and defensively, have really been what forced Emerson into this confusion and into this 28-point deficit.
Gibbons to the corner. Boyle with a great fake with her shoulder. And finally, Emerson gets some points here in the second quarter. More movement on the outside by Springfield. Goslin weaving her way inside. Finds a player in the corner. 10 seconds to shoot. Lyons traveled. That's back-to-back turnovers by Stephanie Lyons.
She's trying to get the fake shot, and it was a great move, but she left her feet a little bit while trying to go just to the tip of her toes. And Emerson will take possession back and look to continue to chip away.
35-9. Quinn Madden with the left hand, and she earns a trip to the free throw line. Foul is going to be called on Lauren Rudolph, her first.
Madden trying to do a lot herself today, taking 6 shots, only able to get 1 to go, as well as 2 shots from the line. The senior trying to lead this team, but has had a sadly quiet game so far.
First free throw rolls in. Ashley Toner returns as Carla Polino heads to the bench. And Madden good again. She's made all 4 of her free throws today. 35-11, and Goslin has the ball stolen by the legs of Taylor Hall. Boyle. And a kick ball is called by Lauren Rudolph. That was some turnover there as Goslin just dribbled right in to Taylor Hall's legs.
Quite bizarre, but the reaction from the Pride, Hall sprinting back, able to get into a good defensive position despite the wacky turnover. And it's been those reactions in this well-minded team that has got them up.
Chelsea Gibbons with her first points of the game. And a good jumper on the baseline is in. That's Gibbons' first shot attempt of the game. Goslin doubled. They're putting pressure on the outside. And Emerson with a turnover, or with a steal here. Toner comes up with the ball. Fultz looking for Madden, can't find her. They'll look to repost. They get to her. And a whistle. And a foul will be called on Springfield. That's on Gosling.
See this help defense from Hall as she gets over, but pushes that knee into Madden. Getting sandwiched between Goslin and Hall. And that'll result in a foul. Emerson with a fresh 20 and another possession.
Alex Goslin picked up her second personal foul. 35-13. So a couple of nice possessions here for Emerson. They were able to get a shot up. A clean look has been rare to come by for Emerson today.
Yeah, and to hit it has been even rarer. They've upped their percentage to 19, but still not quite enough. Haven't turned the ball over since we last spoke about it. Meanwhile, Springfield has gone from 3 to 9. And head coach Graves calling that timeout, hopefully looking to get her team to be more careful with the ball and keep those possessions strong and try and further their lead.
And Madden's inbound pass is stolen by Jakes. Fast break opportunity. Jakes, no good. Gets her own miss and finishes the play. We knew coming into this game she was going to be a player to watch, and she has played well today so far.
All of the Pride stars, Horahan, Jakes, and Goslin have played very well so far, and it is compounding on what has been a tough game for the Lions.
Madden struggling to even pass the ball. Gibbons. Toner launches from deep. A rainbow shot is wide. Jakes the rebound. That was some defensive possession there from Springfield.
No space, and it's going to be a clear look here. Lucky for Emerson there that Rudolph was not able to get that one to go because she had acres of space.
Toner. Madden from deep. No. Rebounded by the Pride. Rudolph to Rachel Vinton, who's in the game to replace Goslin, who's got those 2 fouls. And we are under 2 minutes remaining here in the first half. Springfield's got under 10 seconds to shoot. Vinton nearly traveled. Inside looking for Hall, and she last touched it. A good defensive possession, and Emerson gets the ball back.
Good defensive possession for the Lions. Toner had to switch onto the much bigger Taylor Hall and able to do it despite the height advantage, earning her team another possession.
Madden. Gibbons for 3. Yes! Chelsea Gibbons off the great find from Madden.
With those 2 shots she's hit now, they may look to her more often. Gibbons 2 for 2 from the floor.
A screen from Hall. Vinton to Rudolph. Rudolph goes right into Madden. No fouls called. Down the court, Fultz. Her pass too wide for Sam Boyle.
Boyle not quite ready for that one. Didn't have an eye on it until the ball was almost at her. You see Madden here trying to take that charge. A lot of contact and no call.
Well, some great news for the Emerson Lions. Katie Beckman is back in the game after getting up slowly after collision, and Vinton misses it, and Beckman already with the rebound.
She doesn't look to be favoring that leg at all. Great work by the training staff here at Emerson as Beckman is back in this one.
Fultz in the corner, no. And back comes Springfield with under a minute remaining in the first half. Screen by Hall. Ashley Toner with a good deflection there to break that up. 18 seconds on the shot clock.
Toner has quietly been one of the best players for Emerson so far. No points, but some great defensive work and running the offense. She has done a very good job so far.
Hall guarded by Beckman. Vinton crossing over Toner, missing that shot, gets her own rebound, tripped up and lost the ball. And Emerson will get the ball with the shot clock turned off. They can hold for the final shot of the first half. A first half in which they have been thoroughly outplayed so far by the visiting Pride. 37-16. What will Emerson do on this final possession? Madden hesitates, shoots, and scores. And that is how we will end the first half. Quinn Madden with a jumper to give her 8 points at the half, but the Emerson Lions trail 37-18 to the visiting Springfield Pride. Wow.
It has been a tough half. Some good work in the last 4 or 5 minutes of it as they picked up more points than they had beforehand at 7 points at that point, 11 in the last 5 minutes. Something they'll look to grow on moving forward and something they'll look to use to bring themselves back into this one. But Springfield thoroughly ahead, 37-18.
37-18 the score indeed. Emerson, we'll see if they can claw back into this. After this, we'll be back for the second half. Welcome back to the Bobby Brown and Stephen Plofker Gymnasium as we're getting set for the second half of Springfield and Emerson. And just a reminder, at the conclusion of this game at around 3 p.m. Eastern Time, we will see the Emerson men's team here taking on MIT. But for this game, Springfield and Emerson, I'm Avi Kargloth. Joined with me is Nick Gemma. Nick, what do we need to see in the second half to change what happened in the first half?
They got to find good looks, and they got to take advantage of them. You're quite simply not going to win games when you're shooting 23%, and it's been some good possessions. Chelsea Gibbons, 2 for 2 off the bench, has had a solid game, but Quinn Madden, 2 for 8. Kate Foltz, 1 for 5, and Sam Boyle, 1 for 5. The Stars are not getting it done, and they need to finish the good looks, and they need to make sure they're moving that offense and finding the open player.
For Springfield, their head coach, Naomi Graves, has coached her team up today. This is her 29th season at the helm at Springfield. She's been around here since 1991. She has 515 wins. She is the 36th coach in D3 history to 500 wins. She got her 500th win in the regular season finale last year. A 3-time NEWMAC Coach of the Year. Led Springfield to 6 NEWMAC championships as that shot knocked out of bounds, Emerson's ball. Nick, she also played at the University of Rhode Island where she scored over 1,800 points, the second most in school history.
And she has had a huge impact on the Springfield team today. You're going to see Toner launch a 3, unable to get it to go. But this team has been fundamentally sound. And with a younger assistant line, they have been creative and inventive as well.
Hall with a good pivot. Rebounded by the Pride. Goslin. Inside Hall. A 3 on the way from Lyons. Still no good. But Goslin has the ball again. Hall inside. And that's Sam Horion, who had an excellent first half. Missing there. Sam Boyle the other way for Emerson. Katie Beckman, who had to leave the game briefly, but was able to come back in before the end of the first half. Madden inside. She got doubled and she traveled. Great help defense by the Pride.
Madden surprised. Teammates got to call that out for her too. The switch was coming. She didn't see it. And she tried to shoot right through the body of the Pride player.
On the perimeter now, Springfield looking to work it inside. Horion to Hall. Great pass by Horion.
And wide open was Hall in the lane. A quick cut leads to a very open look.
Toner, Beckman trying to find Boyle, knocked out of bounds. Chelsea Gibbons returns, replacing Beckman. 17 seconds on the shot clock. A lot of communication by head coach Naomi Graves. 10 seconds to shoot. Toner in the corner. No good. Back iron. Long rebound to Stephanie Lyons. She plants herself on the right wing. Lauren Rudolph to Sam Horion. Goslin to Hall. Back out Rudolph. Hall. That shot was short. Horion almost with a putback shot there.
These second chance points and this offensive rebounding, as we're going to see Foltz tee up an open look, unable to get it to go. Uncharacteristic from her today. But these second chance opportunities have led to a lot of big points.
Quinn Madden said no!
Madden comes up big. Goslin standing just 5 foot out of Connecticut, the senior. Undersized, and Quinn Madden proved that point just then.
A great play in transition to stop that. And that shot is flipped up and in. Another basket for Sam Horion. She's got 15. And a quick 3 the other way by Gibbons. Rebounded by Goslin. Down the other way, tipped, and a foul. And a good contest from Sam Boyle. That foul is on Stephanie Lyons.
A full court game as we're going to take another look at this Quinn Madden block. Maybe the only way for Emerson to get back into this one. Down by 23, they're going to have to score. They're going to have to score fast.
And Boyle, she shuffled her shoes. Traveling is called, and Springfield retains possession. 6:50 remaining in the third quarter. And Goslin had the ball deflected off of her. I believe it hit one of her shoulders. And Emerson with another good defensive possession. They've put together a couple here and there.
Yeah, and they've forced a lot of turnovers from Springfield. Springfield's still at 13 turnovers. So the defense has not quite been the problem, but the offense still looking to get going.
Interior pass, Boyle. The double comes. Gibbons on the outside. Rattles off the rim. And back comes Goslin. Great pass to Hall. Hall to Lyons. Boyle hit the deck, trying to steal it. Ends up in the hands of Toner. Toner the other way. Fakes back to Fultz. And Emerson will reset. Gibbons to Madden. Madden trying to make something happen. Inside to Boyle. Great pass. And that is a look that Boyle will not miss.
Absolutely a beautiful dish from Quinn Madden, and that's what they're going to have to do. Those drive-in dishes, forcing the help defense and finding the open player. That's how they're going to get back into this game.
Fourth assist of the game for Madden, and a three the other way from Stephanie Lyons. And Gibbons the other way now. A great offensive possession erased just like that by Springfield.
And that's what the good teams will do. They keep their foot on the gas. They don't let you get any momentum. Chelsea Gibbons having a tough time, dove towards the crowd, but Hall able to handle it.
Rudolph drives, missed. Lyons couldn't decide what she was doing with the ball, and she traveled. And a couple of switches. Zindelit comes in, as does Amanda Carr. Sam Horion and Stephanie Lyons exit the game. Carla Polino returns for Emerson, replacing Ashley Toner. Under 5 minutes to go in the third quarter, a 24-point game. The Springfield Pride have been dominating from tip, and an interception from Lauren Rudolph. A layup is missed, but she was fouled on the fast break. A great read on defense by Lauren Rudolph.
Absolutely a fantastic steal, and I could see from here, Boyle really thought she was getting the entry pass from Gibbons, but it went the other way, got taken away, and now we'll have some free throws coming from Lauren Rudolph.
Quinn Madden whistled for her first personal foul. Rudolph on the scoreboard for the first time tonight after hitting that free throw. And head coach Naomi Graves not a fan of that foul, as Madden went a little up top on that contact. Katie Beckman back in for Kate Fultz. Some full court pressure now by the Pride, as Emerson successfully able to get the ball over half court. And Boyle whistled off, and an offensive foul. Nothing is able to go Emerson's way for long, it seems.
They're giving up those bodies in the lane, and that's, I believe, the second or third charge that's been called on Boyle alone. They're giving up their bodies, they're getting the calls, and they're taking it the other way off the turnovers and scoring.
And Boyle took the ball away from Amanda Carr. A jump ball was called, and possession arrow goes Emerson's way. So Polino will inbound. More pressure will force them to try to get the ball up the court. Madden able to split the doubles. Weaves her way in. Polino zips a pass to the corner. Beckman, Gibbons, Boyle, Polino. Everybody touching the ball for Emerson. But that pass was ill-advised there, as Polino's trying to thread the needle. A jumper from Zindelit. Rattles out and back in. And Gosselin pried that ball loose from Madden. Rudolph stops, lays it in. And Springfield is dominating this game. It is getting out of hand now. Polino, she was fouled. Amanda Carr, the guilty party here. Go ahead, Nick.
Lions need to slow themselves down. They're too fast. They're trying to outrun themselves, especially with this young lineup on the court. Beckman, Polino, Gibbons, all on the floor at the same time. And right off that possession with the full court press, they're trying to run right through them. Take your time, find the open looks, find some spacing, and really work yourself back into this game.
Rachel Vinton in the game, replacing Alex Gosselin, who's been playing incredibly well today. Polino with an up and under move. Good shot there from Carla, and she's on the board for the first time tonight. 50-22 as some perimeter pressure applied by the Lions. A corner three is missed and rebounded by Taylor Hall. A straightaway three from Vinton, rolls off the rim. Another offensive rebound. That's to Zindelit. Inside to Hall, left hand. And Springfield can do no wrong. And another steal to Zindelit, took it from Madden. Goes up with the left hand, no. Rudolph, Vinton, no. Rebound, Springfield.
This deficit starting to get into the heads of the Emerson players. You saw only two in the lane. It was Chelsea Gibbons and it was Quinn Madden. The rest far behind as another look falls. This from Amanda Carr.
4 points for Amanda Carr. Wow, Nick, I have not seen a game like this in a long time. A 30-point deficit at home by Emerson. And they lost their last game against Babson, but prior to that, they had won 12 straight NUMAC home games as Fultz. That was a big three she needed to see go in. Her second three of the game. Vinton, a three to Zindelit, who was calling for it. Grace Zindelit, her second three of the game. She's got 10. Fultz switches to left hand. Rebound tipped around into the hands of Carr.
Tough for Fultz there. Made a great move to find the open layup, but unable to get it to fall. Too hard off the glass.
Amanda Carr fouled hard. And she earns a trip to the free throw line. That is a whistle that will go against Chelsea Gibbons, her second. As Sam Harayan comes in to replace Taylor Hall. Gibbons and Madden and Beckman all go to the bench. Julia Mallon in the game for the first time. Sam Boyle and Ashley Toner all return.
With that, every available Lion has touched the floor today. And even so, they have two less players who have played than Springfield. A depleted lineup coming into play today.
And Amanda Carr good from the free throw line. More pressure applied by Springfield. As Toner gives to Fultz. Inside pass to Polino. It just rolled off the rim. It's been that kind of afternoon for the Emerson Lions.
And these are looks that they usually see go down. Polino, fantastic on the inside, having a rough day as well. Makes her one of many. As Kate Fultz takes it the other way.
Fultz Euro step with the left hand. A great move by Kate Fultz. And that's a play we haven't seen Emerson make for much of today's game. As Vinton, Mallon took the ball away from her. Toner finds Mallon in the corner. Shot clock turned off. Emerson can hold for the final shot of the third quarter. A three on the way. No good from Toner. And she steals the ball right back. A jump ball is called. And that possession will go Springfield's way with 1.3 seconds.
You see no quit in this Emerson team. Toner trying to fight, trying to scrap for every possession and every point. They'll get the arrow back in their favor. With a second left in this one, they'll wait it right out. And we will head into the fourth quarter with Emerson down by 32. Running away with it are the Pride, up 59-27.
Sam Horion, a key part of that first half, has let Grace DeZindelit shine a little bit, as has Stephanie Lyons. Quinn Madden and Kate Fultz, 8 points apiece. And Fultz was able to pick her pocket, DeZindelit's pocket, and finish on the break.
One of the best looks and probably the best play of the evening for the Lions. Just 27 points to speak of, but it's great to see Fultz getting back into a rhythm, hit that three earlier. And despite the deficit, you can still work some things, especially with these younger players. Get Gibbons some good looks, get Mallon some good looks, Polino as well. Work this team into the game, and you know you're going to need the entire squad moving through this NEWMAC campaign. It's a tough season, and this is an opportunity to strengthen some of those bonds and work on some of those connections.
Shout out to my good friend Jim Huss watching today's game. Hello, Jim. Glad you're aboard with us here on Emerson Channel Sports. Springfield 59, Emerson 27 as we head into the final quarter of play. And Springfield, they came into this game, Nick, they were 4-0 against NEWMAC opponents, but just 1-3 on the road. A big game for them going forward.
Absolutely, and they'll try to get themselves back on track. They won their first two NEWMAC games, but they have slipped, lost 2 in a row, and having a tough time here against Springfield. Got to corral it if they want to have those playoff hopes and even try and push deeper.
Mallon from deep, short. DeZindelit controls, and she pulls back. Alex Goslin has been a problem tonight for Emerson as well. She's back in the game. Jax inside to Horan. Orion ends up in the hands of DeZindelit, and she finishes the play.
Fultz able to get up to that one, but unable to corral it. Fell right to DeZindelit. Needs help rebounding on the inside.
Polino has the ball stolen by Jax. On the break, and finishes with the right hand. Emily Jax. Not the biggest game statistically, but she's made her impact on both ends of the court. Mallon, Polino. Boyle, backing down Goslin. A good cut by Toner. Trying to find Polino, ends up in Goslin's hands. Down the court, nobody will stop her. Oh, and the rim did! Blocked by the rim. Alex Goslin missing a wide open layup. Polino inside, no good. Down the court, Rudolph stops, missed it. Offensive rebound to Jax. And Sam Horion will hold. And Springfield will run some clock. 8 seconds to shoot. Rudolph thought about it, steps forward, and she's fouled on that jumper. Julia Mallon whistled for her first personal.
Mallon trying to contest another shorter player along the lines of Alex Goslin. She is only 5'2", out of New York, the sophomore, making an appearance. She'll check out now, but hard to contest a shot over the taller offensive player, and Lauren Rudolph will go to the line.
Polino and Fultz also sub out of the game. And the free throw from Rudolph is good. Chelsea Gibbons, Quinn Madden, and Katie Beckman have all returned for Emerson. Toner and Boyle stay on. Meanwhile, Springfield has DeZindelit, Goslin, Rudolph, Sam Horion, and Emily Jax. Madden. Beckman thought about shooting it. Passed that up to Toner. Jax went for the steal. Madden looking, finds Toner. That ball was kicked by Dezindalit with 7 seconds on the shot clock. It will reset to 20. 7:35 remaining in this one. And what has been a dominating effort by the Springfield Pride. Just a reminder, at the conclusion of this game, we'll have MIT here facing the Emerson men's team. It should be another good new mat clash as Emily Jacks ends up with the steal. Goslin with the right hand, an aggressive drive, finishing for 2.
Great work on the inside from Goslin there, proving why she's the #2 scorer in this conference.
Boyle, Toner in the corner. Rainbow shot is good. And Ashley Toner finally on the scoreboard today for Emerson. 67-30. Jacks with the left hand. Some contact, but no foul as Madden emerges with the ball. A deep 2. Short rim. Dezindalit the long rebound. Chased by Madden. Swiped. Count it. And the foul. Grace Dezindalit.
Madden upset with the call as well. Not sure if she got contact on the body and on that swipe, but nonetheless, to the line goes Dezindalit. And Springfield will look to up their lead to 40.
Second foul called on Quinn Madden. Rachel Vinton back in the game for Springfield as Goslin heads to the bench. Alex Goslin, 8 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists. Another really good game by the senior guard from South Windsor, Connecticut. And the referee initially called that out of bounds off Emerson. Head coach Bill Gould was about to lose it. They did switch the call. The referee said it was his mistake. Prevented all chaos from breaking loose here, Nick.
Yeah, some frustration coming out from all of these Emerson players and the coaches as well. And you can see why it's been a tough evening.
Gibbons has to put it up. She did not see the shot clock. And a shot clock violation as Toner did not get the shot up in time. And Naomi Graves will sub out Sam Horion. Madeline Fay, the junior forward from Braintree, Mass, in the game for the first time. Chelsea Gibbons heads to the bench as Kate Foltz returns. Dezindalit to Fay. Jacks for 3. Yes! Emily Jacks continuing the onslaught for the Springfield Pride. Everybody getting in on the action for the Pride. Vinton nearly had a steal. Beckman finding Boyle. Toner, quick trigger for 3. No. Rebounded by Jacks.
Toner has had a tough go in this one. After that miss, she's just 1 for 7, 1 for 6 from deep. It's been a tough game, and it's been a tough season for her offensively, averaging only 4 points a game. But some great help defense there. She comes across and makes it difficult.
Fay missed that one. Boyle on the baseline, into Madden. Madden fights off Boyle to, or excuse me, that was Toner who shot the 3. Missed it, and Fay secures the ball. Head coach Graves still pushing her team to keep moving. And the ball ends up in the hands of Madeline Fay. Coming in the game, and within a minute, she scores. 75-30. And this will be a game that the Lions will likely try to forget.
It has been that kind of afternoon. Springfield all over the place. The players making themselves big. And some great defensive work, limiting what has been a high-octane team that averages 64 points per game to only 30 today.
Julia Mallon in the game for Emerson. as Springfield makes a fleet of substitutions. Number 12, Megan Graves is in the game. Gabriella Heaney-Secord, number 30 for Springfield, she's in the game. As Toner looks to Fultz. Fultz in trouble, and that ball pinballs around before hitting the padding, out of bounds with 7 seconds on the shot clock. Stephanie Lyons is also back in for Springfield. And Naomi Graves, in true veteran form, continuing to push her team on. That was actually a kicked ball violation, so they put 20 seconds on the shot clock. Gibbons, catch and shoot three. Back iron, rebound, Fultz, and drops it back in for 2. 10 points for Kate Fultz. Vinton to Faye, and she hits the deck. No foul called.
Called contact on Gibbons. Got her hand in the cookie jar, able to dislodge that ball, but 19 seconds for the Pride, and they'll get another possession.
Vinton shadowed by Toner. Fultz went for the steal and missed. And she's going to get called for the personal. Kate Fultz picks up just her first foul. She's the only Emerson player in double figures today, the leading scorer with 10 points. Madden not far behind with 8. Vinton. Heaney-Secord thought about a 3. 8 seconds to shoot. A flip shot is missed by Graves. Faye tried to put it back in before Beckman rebounds the ball. Down the court, Toner to Fultz. Continues to jack up threes. And missed that one. Under 3 minutes remaining in this ball game. As Springfield has thoroughly outplayed the Emerson Lions today. Vinton is fouled.
Tough call there. Looks like it's going to go on Katie Beckman, trying to stand straight up in the lane. Gets called for the foul.
Second foul on Beckman. Emerson will play again on Wednesday at 7 p.m. against Clark University on the road. Meanwhile, on Wednesday, Springfield will also play as we get a look on that Beckman foul. Springfield, their next game also this coming Wednesday, they'll be playing at Smith.
And that'll be a big matchup between the two teams 1 and 2 in the conference. Springfield will up themselves to 5-0. Smith at 3-1 before today. I'm going to call Kate Fultz for a travel on the spin move there. So a big matchup coming up for Springfield, and they are firing on all cylinders.
And you mentioned that they're 3-1. Smith's only conference loss so far has been to these Emerson Lions. They beat them right here, 68-66, back on January the 18th.
And that game, that showcases what this Emerson team can do and where the potential is. A big loss today and a really enlightening moment for this team, but far from the end of their campaign.
And like we mentioned, they're not playing today with Kaylee Yan, who's been out with a leg injury. Natalie Clydesdale, Rachel Davey unavailable today as well. Bo Bondas has a key player on the Springfield rotation. She has been unavailable as well, so each team has missed some players as Fultz nets a 3 with under 2 minutes to go in this ball game. 13 points now for the senior from Thousand Oaks, California. And Stephanie Lyons missed that shot. And a putback attempt by Gabriella Heaney-Secord. And she will go to the free throw line.
Tough on that rebound there. A very small lineup right now for the Lions. Toner and Gibbons committing to the defense. Left Julia Mallon all alone to rebound. And she was unable to get up on that one.
Chelsea Gibbons called for her third foul on that possession. As you see, there was contact on the arm. And Heaney Secord misses a pair of free throws. Emerson will get the ball back with 91 seconds left in this game. So, Nick, when you look at this game and the grand scheme of things for the season, what will you take away going forward as Fultz misses another three?
They need to up their depth. They definitely need some shooting practice in the next couple of days. But mostly, from an athlete's perspective, this is one you forget about. You remember that it can happen, but you try and move on and you try and come at these next few teams, and they'll do so on Wednesday.
Chelsea Gibbons, the three, rebounded by Fultz. And a whistle, and Kate Fultz will go to the free throw line. Heaney Secord whistled for her first personal foul with exactly a minute remaining. And Kate Fultz at the free throw line. She came into this game hitting 39.6% of her threes, the second best mark in the NUMAC. She rattles home the second free throw. Under a minute to play in this game, and Springfield will move the ball around in one of their final possessions of a thoroughly dominating game. Madeline Fay, pure on the jumper. She's got 4. Fultz continues to attack and bank in another shot.
Good move there from Kate Fultz, really trying to get some rhythm. 5 of 14 on the evening, but if you're only looking at the second half, he's probably 5 of 7, 5 of 8. And it's been a good last quarter for her, and something she can build off of as we move forward in the conference season.
Madeline Fay, another shot. She's got 6 points. Only came in the final minutes, but her stat line will look good at the end of this one. Shot clock turned off as Toner launches a 3. Offensive rebound, Mallon, and Julia Mallon with a good putback. You don't see that very often from a guard.
No, and Mallon, I believe those are her first points of the NUMAC season. Good for her to get rolling. But that man, Bill Gould, a lot to do between now and Wednesday. 41-point loss. Crushing for the Emerson Lions.
81-40, the final score here at the Brown and Plofker Gym. The Springfield Pride dominate from start to finish. Springfield improves to 14-6, 5-0 in NUMAC play. Emerson drops to 11-8. They are now 2-3 in conference play. Some numbers for you. Kate Fultz, the leading scorer for all players with 16 points, 5 rebounds. Quinn Madden added 8 points and 4 assists. Grace DeZindelit, 15.7 rebounds, 5 assists, and 15 points for Sam Horion. She had 8 points and 3 rebounds. Nick, some final thoughts before we head off.
Well, it's one you forget, and it's one you learn from. There's really not much you can do about it now, so for those players on this team and for the players returning, it's about getting back into the practice, getting back into the gym, and making something of this conference season.
Coming up in about 26 minutes, we'll have the start of the Emerson men's team taking on the MIT Engineers. Don't go anywhere. But for this game between Springfield and Emerson, I'm Avi Kargloth for Nick Gemma and everybody here at Emerson Channel Sports. We say so long or see you in a few as Springfield defeats Emerson 81-40.